if I go on my phone and go on my Twitch to watch this Twitch, it should work, shouldn't it? It is working because I can hear my ugly voice. Yeah, I think there's a slight delay. What I should get now is like, I'm gonna write a load of notes so I know the championship's over from that. Is that right? I was watching the stream, sorry. Betting on the Williams to win after Hamilton's good race tomorrow. Stick to Alfa Romeo doing well, though. Only 10 drivers. So there we go. AMG Speed's just getting in the nick of time before quali. I had to get a better chair. So just so everyone clear, I've been given free rein by McGurk. So if I say anything, blame it on him. Oh, Ross is in the house. So I have a fair few in this league. Whatever we want. Try and do. Need it. Yeah. Race to get out of the pits for this one, isn't it? So, who's that? Imagine out the pits now. He's got an Alpine out. That's the end of the pit lane for now. There's a role play going to come. So it looks like JRH Richardson is going to be the first one to settle out. Everyone so far out is on soft tyres, as you can see. So I recommend the strategy. Softs. Pushing a little bit fast right out of that. 10 tyres at the 10. Hampson's tyres, right? Swimming pool now, up to Raskas. There's a good start to that. Oh, he spun! He might as well spin it. Oh, Ras, going around. Oh no, he's going to dodge his teammate. It's like he hasn't got any damage or not. Exit. Quite easy now on F1 2021 rather than F1 20 and F1 20 to drift it round. A bit of a trick like to hope drivers get out of the way. Very fine in this first game. Just some traffic in the background. Some nice tunnel. Ross was a wee bit drifting. No one can aim about it. Turn game volume to 30. I don't know whether that's... Is that on Twitch? Hope you guys know. Hopefully. Yeah. So far, Ross's set lap. Sorry, missing Ross's lap. 1:12.16. Fastest so far goes to. Excuse my pronunciation. Elfin Starfish Notch. No, he's got into the back of the AlphaTauri. Oh, there's a massive pile up. What the hell is going on here? And he's got a 5-place grid penalty, Mikaz. Ferrari's been caught up in that on his hot lap. And they've all got 5-place grid penalty. They will not be happy about that, especially to get into Q3. It's Monaco, what do you expect? Slight bit of corner cutting there. Forces on the maps. I'm going to try watch someone on a fast lap. Nambi boys just come up to set a fast lap. Yeah, that's wide open from now Main Street. Race on just San Travolta, I think it's called, something like that. Powering up the hill now, coming up to Casino. That's the Hotel de Paris, something like that it's called. Game volume down, so game volume 10. Anyway, there's a wheel on the track. Still a bit buggy despite the millions of updates, but on F1. And looks like Nambi Boy's invalidated, so he's going to have to go again on the soft tyre. Nambian Boys goes for a second attempt of a fast lap, as the McLaren of, I believe, R8, or possibly Drowsy's just off the pits. And well done for McLaren for getting out of the way. So here he comes into the casino, really pushing on the limits now on these tyres. Gonna be a bit screaming out for tyre wear with 3 laps on. Great corner through there, very clean driving. I'm going to try to be as much unbiased as possible, I think, as much as I am a Williams fan. These are not George Russell drivers. Yeah. But yeah. So apparently you guys can hear me now, so that's good. That's always a starter. So up into this, here comes the swimming pool chicane. Oh, he's binned it! He has Mazza spinned multiple times. It looks like he's not got any damage. Luckily, I believe it's on reduced for League 2. He nearly collides with the McLaren, I think. And another McLaren coming up behind him. Dirty Chewbacca gets another 5-place grid penalty. And we have a Mercedes in the barrier. Or at least moving out the way, I think. The yellow flags. So Cass is in, coming through the tunnel now, on a hot lap. Sat P11 currently, so he's not in the danger zone, but slightly cut. Oh, and he's invalidated. He's gone. I believe Sim has just crashed. Here comes, oh, bit of a suspension killer into Rascass, coming around nice and clean. DRS not open for some unknown reason, and now it's finally open. And he sets the time of 1:15.3, and validates that to the next lap. Move over to Jazzy Brawler. Oh, there's a Mercedes in the background without a tyre at the chicane. Oh, Drowsy just nudges the ball and he spun. He did well to get out of the way of the Red Bull there, not to cause a bigger collision. This is the thing with F1 2021, you step on a curb, everyone knows this, you're dead. And in Monaco, you step on anything, you're dead. Because if you're stepping on anything, it's a wall. Drowsy chooses not to go into the pits. Bold decision. Two Alpines going very quick behind each other, one on it, second one in an outlap. They're both on outlap, so Alpine possibly experimenting with a toe in Monaco. Something you don't always see. This track is dirty heaven. I can tell you from driving Div 1 yesterday, dirty air on this track really does hurt. But what makes up for that if you have brand new soft tyres, which these guys will because they're in quali. Anyways, they're coming into the right-hander for the hairpin. It's always a pain in the bum. I'm trying not to swear, which is difficult. I said to McGurk, I'll try not to swear so we don't get demonetised, but I can't promise that. So the second Alpine of I believe Ralphie's squad is doing donuts. No, not on purpose. He's spun and then he's waiting for the Alpha to get past. Well done. His tyre temps are gonna be nice. Driving on ice now, that will be. So he's gonna have to go again. Just gonna switch over to Cass now. He's invalidated his lap time anyway, so he's definitely gonna have to go again. P13 as well, he's going to want to put a faster lap in. Shocker so far though, Drowsy Brawler, who came, I believe, P2 last night. Sat in the McLaren P15, so he's not safe yet. As it stands, he will go through. And one thing definitely we all know for sure in this new F1 2020 game is the game sound is definitely more improved, I feel. Is he entering the tunnel now, the Alpine following behind? It's a very nice line. Out he comes. Nice through there. Misses the tyre. Again, game bugs. Well done Codemasters and EA. Very fast through there, very good. Clips the curb nicely. Into Rascassi comes. Heavily on the brakes now. Using the power through, not to step on it and do a massive spin. DRS not open. Oh, come on. There we go, he's got it. And across the line, so it's a very nice time of 1:11.8. And that's pushing Uncanny out down to P16, and he has retired from the session, so he will not progress. We're going to switch now to Zombie. He's on his outlet for Red Bull on the soft tyre. As Miguel's left the session. So yeah, some drivers I do. It does confuse me sometimes when they push very hard on outlaps. It's like no, you need as much tyre. You need tyre temp for Monaco, yes, but you want the tyre life for your fast lap. Because on a track like Monaco, there's no grip, so you want every little grip you can find. That's just my preference, anyways. His brakes were glowing. Into Rascas coming out now. Oh, little spin on the start finish straight. I've been told to close the menu. Up he comes into Casino now, taking quite a nice line. Hitting the apex. Taking a very straight line. Into the following corner. Now for the hairpin. Very nice there. We're going to ride on board with him now into the tunnel. Just making sure not to put too much power in. Going through the gears now. That was the wrong button. Zombies coming through the swimming pool chicane. Oh, bit ease off the power a bit. Oh, and he spun a little bit. That's going to hurt his time. That's going to hurt his time. This is the effect of going fast on your outlap. Your tyres are just going to be very hot on your second lap, and you just it's driving on ice. Anyway, Zombie crosses the line. Sorry, goes P14. Very good. Considering as well, we had that little bump. He's done well to get into P14 there. He's going to make Drowsy feel very uncomfortable now. P16. He's coming through Rascas now, about to set his time. 3 minutes left on the clock. DRS should be open now. It is. What time's he set? Oh, he goes to 1:11. Ralphie squad in the Alpine down. Right on board with that. So really, we're looking at the danger zone here. Drivers at risk is Meek, Zombie, and Ralphie squad. 2 seconds between Ralphie and Meek. They are still positions, I call them, or the brown pants positions. But now, maybe he hasn't. What back now? Trying to read Wi-Fi. session now. Sorry about that, guys. So qualifying has sort of happened. I don't know how to get back in. Sorry about this, guys. Just reconnecting to the thing. HQ1. Again, sorry about that. I believe they're in Q2 right now. Ah, good timing. Literally just last the pits. Tyre. Put telemetry on. And there we won't. Track map. So anyway, this one will be Jason without Mazza spinning it. He's gone for the soft tyre. There's about 50 split in this session, which is interesting. One will stay on through Q3 on. Stay on soft tyre. He's invalid. Maybe or everything. Anyway, I've noticed some people get a bit over. And we have a Romeo by the looks of it. Will do. Oh, slight bit of lag again. Now, slight bit of traffic. Yeah, we're gonna might have to switch over this. I think Wi-Fi might be okay now. Sort of does this now and then. Do apologise, guys. So, I'm the best, don't most. Just gone faster than set to 2. Coming up now to start finish straight. DRS open. Foot hard to the floor. Across the line. Here's P2. So far, Vinnie Cousins' slap on the medium tyre still holds. Got an awesome pace in that Ferrari. There's R8X Storms just comes into the pits. So far, looks like Ross is in the last spot going into Q3 at the moment, P10. Still a few cars to set their times. We're going to watch Cass now. No, we're not, as I believe there's been a wee incident. I think the Williams may have spun. Meek has been disqualified for the session because he's took too long basically to get out. Cass is just trying to, I believe, keep moving so he doesn't get disqualified as I8 Regal gets disqualified, and it's like a car park down there. Ross's lap, if he was going again, is going to be ruined. So we've lost Mech and I Regal. Not really to their own faults. Yeah, Cass is coming through there. Not the best start to his outlap that he would have liked. But I think he would much prefer that rather than some damage or disqualification. Which Meek and Iregal aren't going to be too pleased about. You know, it's Monaco, anything can happen. You know, last night I started P17, finished P5, so... Oh, a slight bit of backing up as he goes into the pits. Ooh, that's a bit naughty. Anyway, as we follow on with car number 69, Cass 420. Riding on board now as he's come past the Hotel de Paris, I believe it's called. Great Food Casino. He's gone fastest in sector 1. Purple, as we call it. On the soft tyre. Nice and clean for the hairpin. Taking quite a tight line now. Oh, and he's gone too much up the curb. He's going to have to go again. So we're going to watch a bit of... watch some Dirty Chewbacca. He comes through, very neat line on his outlap. Starting a few more cars starting to just filter out again. Red Bull seem to be doing alright. They've got both of them into Q2. That's usually a good sign, good pace. Yeah. Nice line through there. Got slight yellow flags up ahead, but should be cleared when he gets to them. He takes a very nice line through there. Into the casino now. Fast in, fast out. As I believe Ross gets out of the way for him there. Well done. Into the hairpin now. You just want to smooth it round a bit closer to the barrier than you'd like, ideally, but that would probably made him like jump a little bit. As long as you don't touch the barrier there, you're fine. It's hard to lose time in that corners generally. Like you say, unless you touch the barrier or the curb. Oh, he got a bit too much on that yellow sausage sort of corner thing. We're going to move up to Flawless, who's on brand new soft tyres. Coming up to the swimming pool area now. He's gone fastest in sector 2. Nice line through there. He's also car number 69. Yeah. Comes through now to the start finish straight. DRS open as soon as possible. Shortest line to the line. So it's a very nice time of a 1:11.125. So it's in P3. I was going to push Drowsy down to P4. We'll move on to Hans now. He's on the medium tyre in the Mighty Williams. Told you, I tried not being not like, yeah, Williams, but I've already done it. Oh well. Anyway, he's on his fast lap now. He's going a bit slower than what you'd like to be, but he is on the medium compound. He is going through at the moment. Nice line through Raskas. Ease the power through. Tad on the brakes now. DRS open. Take the shortest line possible to the line. And does not improve, adds 2 seconds on that lap. I'm going to watch one of the McLarens in the tunnel. Alright, Storm Z. On his fast lap now. Nice line through the chicane. Coming into the fast long left-hander. Fastest in sector 2. Into Raskas now. I used to know what the corner was before Raskas was called and then I forgot it, which isn't helpful when you commentate in Monaco, but oh well. DRS open. And he sets a 1:12.054, which knocks off, I think, 100th or a 10th off his time, which isn't too bad. He moves out the way for the Ferrari. we're going to watch Ross, Wales 91. He's on a fast lap. Needs to improve here. 3 minutes to go. He's not ideally going to get out. He's not going to be able to get a lap, get in, and then get back out again. So he needs to make his lap good and worthwhile. In the tunnel section now. So it's quite a wide line through there. Oh, wing damage. Oh no. Is Ross going to be able to get back to the pits now without causing more damage? And then once he's back in, can he get out again before the clock runs out? And hopefully my connection won't fuck up this time. And there it was. I knew it was going to stop out. What's into the pits? We'll follow Dirty Chewbacca once again. P13 now, and needs to get a good lap in. And hopefully should on new soft tyres. As we're watching is behind. And not in that way. So hopefully doesn't. There we go. Straight through there. It's a nice line through there. A little bit more curve than you'd like. Fast left-hander now. Goes fast as a set to 2. That's nice. A bit close to the wall there. Cuts a couple. Oh, slight bit of spin. That's gonna knock his time a bit. Up through Raskas. Bit close to the wall there again. Rear end stepping out again, a bit of oversteer, a bit of Tokyo drifting. And he goes P10. So at the moment he is through. However, you have Nambian Boy on the medium tyre. Who may be setting another lap or going in, it's hard to say. 1 minute 20, looks like everyone's in the pits, which is a bit of a risky move. You would have thought some of the drivers would be going again. Ideally, if you're in the top 7, you don't need to go again, realistically, unless you know someone behind you is a lot faster. And Nambian Boy is going to settle time. DRS open. A minute to go on the medium tyre, so this will definitely be. He could set another lap here, but this will be his last one. And keep it to note is, as you can see on the left hand screen, Nambian is doing 3 laps now on his medium tyres, and if he gets through he will have to start the race on these tyres, so he's going to have to try and either get a really quick lap in and manage his tyre really well throughout the race, or just generally try and sort of drive through it, sort of thing, drive through the graining. Takes a very nice line through there. And much better line than what Ross did previously through the tunnel. That's no offence to him. Cuts the corner, so he's going to be invalidated. He's going to be starting P11 by the looks of things, as the session's just about to tick over. Yeah. So he's going to. So going through Q1 then, confirmation. We have Flawless, Drowsy, Vinny Cousin, I'm the Best, Don't Mess. I'm just going to say Starfish. Hans, Cass, JRX, JR, J Richards. I'm going to say Richardson just because it looks like that to me. R8 Storms, and Judge Packet and Nambi Boy chooses smarter line where it just makes it a lot quicker for the session. Starting P11 though, not too bad. You can always choose whatever tyre you want to start on, there's no restrictions on that. So you may choose to go on the hard tyre possibly and go long. But this race is definitely going to be a 2-stopper. Just in terms of general tyre wears. Also, there will be a safety car. Probably from the first lap. Last night it didn't happen at turn 1, which was surprising. Usually it does, but it was a bit later than that. But there will definitely be a safety car, we can guarantee that. How many of them though? That will be the important part. But yeah, as we know, on to Q3, the penalty shootout of Formula 1. But yeah, please don't remind me of penalties in the Euros because I'll be gutted. As you know, England lost. on my birthday. That was May 18th. Anyway, aside from that, so looks like Ross did not get through. Not singling him out. He's just always noticed that. But you know, what do you expect as a Haas? You don't tend to see Haas's in Q3. Looks to be one of the Alpines out again first. And it will be JX Charlton. I think that's how you're going to say it, sorry. He will be the first one to set a lap again. He's followed out by the Ferrari. And Aston Martin. Hopefully not Daddy's boys Lance Stroll's car. No, he's been followed out by Starfish. Again, pushing, I would say, slightly fast on the outlap, but you may be going for track position. Track position in Monaco is always helpful, especially in qualifying, because, like you saw in Q2, oh, he's Mazda spinned it. That's going to be some serious damage to his front wing and possibly his rear wing now that that's in, and he's going to get more, and he's getting, oh, the Aston Martin doesn't know where to go. Manages to get through that scrap, that's good. So he's definitely not going to be setting his lap first. So we're going to move up to Vinny Cousin, who showed quite good pace so far. Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, so track position in Monaco and qualifying is always helpful because of incidents like that we just saw. It means that's all behind you, and hopefully when you come around to the fast lap, it's all gone. Yeah, as we have a slight sound glitch. Vinny now can start his lap. DRS open. And we're going to watch from the, as if you were watching it on the TV, just without Ted Gravis and Martin Brundle and Crofty. Just Kieran. Yeah. Vinny coming through very fast, sort of taking quite a wider line. We've seen some drivers take as well. Nice line through there though. Bit close to barriers, might have just scraped the front wing slightly. Let's have a look at it. No, looks like I didn't do any damage there. And he dives into the pits after invalidating. Probably a slight bit of wing damage as well. Starfish has set a very quick time of a 1:09.5. Very nice time. Flawless has gone with quite a decent time as well. 1:10.1, which is not a bad lap at all around Monaco. As Cass seems to be flying round there, phenomenal pace. And I believe, is that Drowsy in the back? Drowsy is in the barrier? Oh no, he's just parked to the side. He's letting them through. That's always good to see in the sport. Cass setting a 1:11.2. I'm the best, setting a 1:10.3 as well. These are quite good times so far. Very commendable times. Can't say I can't compare them to Div 1 last night because I didn't qualify. I didn't do any qualifying. But these do look very quick times. A 1:09.5. That's probably the fastest time I've ever seen around it. So well done to the Aston Martin of Starfish. Definitely get him in that seat rather than Daddy's boy Lance Stroll. Although I don't know whether we say Daddy's boy Lance Stroll now or Daddy's boy Mazepin. I think Mazepin's going to say Mazepin for a while. Jarvis on his outlap now. About to set his fast lap as he starts it coming over the line now. Probably would help to have lap data on. Into Casino now he comes, step on the brake slightly, take a nice wide line. He goes to the straight line again, fastest in sector 1. Into the hairpin he goes. long left-hander. Oh, touches the wall. That's going to hurt his time. Possibly some damage. Doesn't look like he's got any damage to me. I believe Hans, the mighty Williams, still going. That's always good to see Williams in Q3. I believe though, as he's just spun. Seems alright. There was a yellow flag where he was. JR Charleston's gone faster than set 2 despite that little instant at the hairpin. Into Rascas now. The lakes will be glowing, tire temperatures will be sky high. Stepping on the brakes, a little bit of oversteer. Cabanel sets the time of 1:12.6, which you'll be slightly disappointed about, especially going faster than set to 1 and 2. But he did have that slight instant, which may have just ruined his lap time. As Vinny Cousins taking a rally route through the hairpin. Especially riding on the curb, you don't want to be doing that. And go straight over the chicane. I presume he's going to go straight to the pits and possibly get some repairs or just start again. Got to be careful of that. You do that so many times, you might get might start picking up penalties. We're going to watch RH Storms yet, because I believe we haven't watched him yet. Set the time now, absolutely flying into Sandoval. Turn 1. Hotels Parry absolutely flying now. Gets a bit of oversteer, I think just nudged the wall slightly. Straight line. It's gone faster than Sector 1. Absolutely flying now. Very nice tidy line. A little bit close to the wall than what you'd like, but still nice and tidy. And that's all really what you're trying to go for, that corner. Into the tunnel now. Taking quite a tight line through there. That is the line I usually go for, just as an FYI. But I can say all my tips and tricks now about Monaco because we've done the race. I'll be honest, there isn't any. Gone fastest in Sector 2 now. Hits the curbs very nice into Rascas. Bit early on the brakes. Daniel Ricciardo is not tuning into RH Storms being early on the brakes. He wants to be late on the brakes. Like Daniel. Rather sets quite a decent time of 1:12.1. With both the McLarens now, so P7, P8. Excuse me, I shouldn't be drinking Pepsi Max and streaming. But yeah. Gonna watch Drowsy Baller because I believe we haven't seen one of his laps yet. He's on his out lap. Taking quite a tight line through there, but we're not going to analyse it too much as it is his out lap. Going fairly decent now. I think he's starting to step up the pace. He's coming in Sector 3 now. Getting the car set up. Ready for his lap time. So we've got 3 minutes and about, we're going to call it 15 seconds after the session. So should be seeing a few more cars come out now. Drowsy's about to start his lap. Yeah, you're going to want to sort of get out early after Monaco, just because, like I said before, you can get all the incidents behind you, and you've got no dirt in front of you, hopefully, and if you do, most of the drivers will get out of the way. Taking a very nice line through the Hotel de Paris into Casino. A straight line again, as we see, might be quicker. He's 2 tenths up on his Delta time previously. Nice and tight through the hairpin. Fastest in Sector 1. We've seen that quite a few times now. But will that carry through to Sector 3? Hopefully. Should ride on board now. Taking a very tight line into the tunnel. Braking around about 70-ish metres. You sort of want to hover over that curb. Make sure you get the 2 tyres in the track limits, because if not, it's straight and validated. 9 tenths up now on his time. Drowsy's flying out and he's binned it. No. He will be going Charles Leclerc, I am stupid. gut wrenching for him there. There's 9 tenths up on his time. As he enters into the pits. Now, will Drowsy be able to get into the pits, get repairs, and get out again? We shall see, as I believe we have a bluish car in the wall. Lost the front wing from JX Charlton, so he will probably start in P10. Because he's definitely not going to be able to get back into the pits now and get repairs with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. RA Storm's setting a lap at the moment. Just 2 cars out and Flawless coming out now. We're going to ride on board with him, I think. See if we can get Alfa Romeo onto the front row. And as I've been reminded, Alfa Romeo are storming at the moment in Div 2. Which is not nice to see when you're a Williams fan. I'll just remind as well that Starfish has a 5-place grid penalty, so he will not be starting P1. Which is a shame, as Hans retire. I think he was in the pit, so it should be fine. P4, not a bad place to start. Like I say, turn 1 on this track, you just want to tiptoe around. Just don't get damaged, don't get involved in any instance, as Flawless invalidates. So, technically on provisional pole, because Starfish has got 5-place grid penalty. They picked up in Q1. For that sort of car park incident I think we had. But that's fine. Flawless will probably go again, which he does. He's got to beat the he's got to get to the line though. 5 seconds to go. Can he beat the time? Oh, just by the skin of his teeth gets in. He's able to set his time. Sort of like a Lewis Hamilton, Sochi 2020 moment there. Flawless, very quick through there. Very nice through there. Right on board with him now as he comes through that. A little bit deep than what you want. Late on the brakes through the hairpin. Got 2 tyres on the curbs, not what you want. That's going to hurt you delta a little bit. Fine out. Slides a little bit. Oh! Nudged the barrier. No! Looks like Flawless will not get to P1 off his own thing. His own power, if you like. Starfish does have a 5-place grid penalty, so Flawless will be starting P1. But I'll get confirmation of that in a minute. Flawless hopefully will go across the line, and it'll make it much quicker. Yeah. Flawless does go across the line, a little bit weaving. I presume that's just for a laugh. So yeah, confirmation then. Starfish was the fastest in Q3. However, he will not be starting from P1. As we say, we have had a few instances there. That one. The Starfish does have a 5-place grid penalty. He will not be starting P1, unfortunately. But overall, that was a good session. McLaren, a little bit slower than what they wanted. Ferrari as well, Vinny Cousin, he was flying in Q1. So he will be a bit disappointed down to be P8. But like I say, it's Monaco, anything can happen. So yeah. We are all set for lights out soon. I think it's called Sandoval actually, I've been saying it wrong, not Santravolt, Devolt. Yeah, as I'm just looking in the Discord now, I've been reminded no heroics into Sandoval. Flashbacks now for many people. For some reason we're in the pit lane. And this is where we would cut Tad Kravis, however, we don't have that. We don't have that sort of budget. When I mean that budget, we don't have any budget. I hope this camera does change. because we'll only be able to see the pit stops. Which, much as Monaco is entertaining, you want to see the race. We may just be waiting for players as we get that message in the top left. I think at the moment we're just waiting for the session to sort of be loaded in, and there we go. So everyone's committed to their strategies. Formation lap has begun. There's no instance, so we'll go for our grid now. P1 we got flawless, 2, 1, 4, 2. I'm not going to say digits, that's just... then we have P2, we have I'm the best, don't mess. And the mighty Williams with hands. And Meek has been disqualified from the session. So there's a few other people, so their tyres are going to be stone cold. P4 we got Drowsy Baller, P5 Vinny Cousin, P6 R8 Storms, P7 JX Charlton, P8 XCAS 428X, I don't know why I'm saying that. P9 the Ferrari Nambian Boy, P10 Elfin Starfish, and Ralphie Scott's been disqualified from the session. And that'll just be the formation lap, not the race, so don't be like, oh, we've had like 10 drivers being disqualified. It's just the formation lap, so they'll just have very cold tyres. P11 Dirty Chewbacca, P12 Zombie, P13 Ross Rails on the Haas, P14 I Regal in the Alfa Romeo, P15 Ralphie Squad, P16 Uncanny Ants, P17 in the Mercedes AMG Speeds, P18 SM SYM in the Haas, P19 Meek, bringing up the rear Boscan Boy in the AlphaTauri. So as we're getting lined up now, all formation lap. Yeah, so the drivers who've been disqualified are the ones like Ghostin, who are still, and obviously the rest of the grid's going through. Like I say, they're probably going to have very cold tyres, which on Monaco you do not want. But it is what it is. And it looks like we have the full grid lined up now. Just waiting for 4 or 5. And it's giving me predicted pit strategies, I don't know why. And it's lights out and away we go. So no Ericsson, Sandoval, what happened? Oh, it's happened! Hans got up into P2, but he's had a slight nudge. I think we have yellows. So we have yellows. I think we've had a slight incident there. Gonna follow our race leader just quickly, as I don't know what is going on with the left hand side of the screen. Saying who's in what. I believe we've had an incident down at the in Casino. Looks like we've had a slight penalty with 5-second penalties going out and blue flags already waving for some reason. I think now we've resumed normal. So far the Mighty Williams of Hans is up into P2. Had a slight nudge, flawless. I think that'll probably be reported. Should be fine. Biggest gainers out of that though. Oh, Starfish up into P5 and P10. Up 5 places, very nice. Both McLarens P3, P5, or P5 as RH Storms has dived into the pits. Starfish on the medium tyre seems to be absolutely going for it now. So we have a slight gap immersion as pretty much half the grid's in the pits at the moment. RH Storm's leaving the pits now. All the Williams go around him. Into Sandoval. Oh, he's managed to keep it. Meek though going to be sat right on his... no, he's not. He's going to be a little bit far behind him. As we start to see the field really be spread deep. So pretty much. Oh, and AMG Speed has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Ross Wales made it very nicely, up 7 places so far on the medium tyre in the Haas. Doing very well. In terms of positions gained, Meeks done the most. The mighty Williams. 8 places. Vinnie Cousin though, down 12 places, down to P17. She will be a bit disheartened about after having a storm in quali, especially in Q1. Williams loses a bit of rear instability there on the hard tyre, so Meek is going long. I am not James of Mercedes, so I do not know strategy very well. But one thing I can tell you is from last night, soft tyres around here very fast, especially when when a car in front of you is on older tyres. As I'm the best don't mess now is really pushing flawless now. Only 0.4 tenths pretty much behind them. Ralphie Squad's picked up a 3-second time penalty. He's going to switch now to tyres. Monaco tyres are definitely very important. I'm the best don't mess, hopefully looking to get DRS now. Or is it 3 laps? No, the letterbox at the rear is open. Lost a little bit of time to flawless so far. We're getting a nice little bit of camera shake. Like I say, the grid is slightly spun out, and I believe we have, is that a Haas in the wall? And we have our first, I think, retirement probably. And oh, we have a massive incident. This has got to be a safety car, surely. Simon's gone into the barrier and Zombies driver, and oh, there's a massive pile up. This has got to be a safety car, surely. Meek now is in P1. The mighty Williams. Williams running P1, P2. That is what you love to see. Although I don't know. No, it's not. That is the time's being messed up again as we're getting more cars pile up into this. I'd like to say shit show. I'll be brutally honest. A Starfish manages to sneak through, and we get more cars being rammed through now. This is really turning into, and we have a virtual safety car deployed, and now have a full safety car deployed. I don't know on the left hand side of the screen if that is the actual thing, as Starfish has been booted out of the pit lane. If that actually is the right grid, and Starfish is being sort of bugged. Unfortunately, he'll be guided about that. Jazzy Ball up into P1, I believe, and he's going to catch the safety car, and he goes flying past it. So I believe then the times on the left hand side of your screen will not be the correct grid, and it is not. Starfish is in P1. Was sort of booted out of the pit lane, although looks to have his wing replaced, so he will not be complaining. Looks like a lot of people are going to put the hard tyres on now. Starfish is not in P1, sorry. Like I say, I'm literally just trying to read off the screen. As you can see on the left, it is going all about. I believe Starfish will be in P1 because he's the first one on the safety car. The safety car's got the green light, which generally means I believe you can overtake it. And Kenny Ann's picked up a penalty for corner cutting. And there's an Alpine who's just gone straight over to the safety car. I believe he's been told he can do that by Jeff. We all know Jeff is not the most reliable for instructions. So we've had a few retirements now. 5 retirements in total now. Sorry, 4. AMG Speeds for Mercedes, Boston Boy for the AlphaTauri, Zombie in the Red Bull, Vinny Cousin in the Ferrari, and SYM in the Haas. Like I say, I would tell you what the grid is using P1, however it changes every 2 seconds. So it's hard to say, to be honest. I believe Flawless is still in P1. If not, it is Starfish. Starfish will be happy about, given he was in P1 in Q3. But the 5-race grid penalty that he had to serve. There has been massive calls to restart. However, I believe 6 laps into it and 5 retirements now. Sorry, both Mercedes out. I don't think we're going to do that. I think now the timing screen has sort of made itself up, made its mind up of who's winning. So we'll do a quick run down the grid just while we wait for the safety car. We have Starfish, Flawless, Hans, Dirty Chewbacca, iRegal, Cass, Nambian Boy, Ross, JRX Charlton, Meek, RH Storms, Ralphie Squad, and Baller in P14. So it looks to be, this is going to be looks like most drivers here going for a long stint. That, or they'll get annoyed that the hard tyres been woeful around Monaco, and they'll stick the softs on hopefully, and then we get to see more racing, which is what we want to see. The Aston Martin Starfish almost pretty much on the rear tyres of that Mercedes safety car, which is nice to see that Codemasters added a touch of it being red, like the one this year. Although they haven't added the Aston Martin safety car, but it's not too bad. I admit we would all like to see the medical car. However, I don't think Codemasters can even make the game work, so let's not take too many steps forward here. And I believe we have an Alpine right at the back, although it's not right at the back, so maybe a lap down. I believe basically everyone's behind the safety car at the moment, but we have lap cars behind the safety car, which I don't think in this game now they get sent past like they used to in F120, which does create a slight problem when it restarts and immediately blue flags. But you know, I'm sure these guys are going to be able to adapt as the safety car comes in this lap. So now Starfish becomes pretty much the safety car, setting the pace for the rest of the field, as the back markers are just entering the swimming pool now. Safety car's now in the pit lane, and it looks like Starfish has gone for it. Looks like Flawless managed to get a slight edged into a little bit though, as we go racing again. Green flags. So looks, hopefully we've had no incidents into turn 1 this time, which is always good, but we do like to see racing. Fair, good racing, not dirty racing. I'm sure with stewards and that will not happen. Go on board now with Hans 242 and the mighty Williams. I'm trying not to be biased, but I can't help it. Williams. As JR just picks up a 3-second time penalty. On the medium tyres, and it's lap 2 with 6 laps on them. He's sort of, he's sat in a sandwich at the moment. I think, he nudges the wall slightly there. As we sort of get a DRS train sort of merge here. And we have Starfish who's gone into the barrier. that will be a definite retirement, as he has a wheel missing. Will it be a... It's not even a yellow flag. Come on, Codemasters. There we go, there's a yellow flag. No, it's kicking in the wrong part of the track. Will we see another safety car possibly? I did say there will be a safety car, didn't I? And we have had one. And the yellow flags are kicked in now. Starfish leaves the session due to his retirement. So it looks to me that's just going to be a yellow flag, and the car will despawn. And we've got sort of a battle emerging here for the podium positions at the front, from Flawless Hands and Dirt Chewbacca. All pretty much very close to him, although Alfa Romeo of RIZE is sat only 1.2-ish seconds behind them. So good points haul at the moment for Alfa Romeo, if it stays the same. Sort of getting a few time penalties come through here. It's bound to happen really, because strict track limits around here are quite brutal. As Dirt Chewbacca gives up on the hards, I think, and has gone for the medium tyre. Will it be a usual Red Bull quick stop? No, he's going for a front wing change. Already been on. And he's being held in the box, and he's good to go. So now moved all the way down to P11. Ross Wales also pitting. Moving on to the medium tyres, used medium tyres, 5 laps. Don't know whether they're the ones you start the race or the ones you use for Q3. Oh, we have a slight bit of lag again. Hopefully that's not me, that's just a session. And we have another yellow flag, and I think it's all clear now. Drowsy Blow, the McLaren, dived in for the pits for some medium tyres. Now's the time we'd like to see the projected pit strategies. But Codemasters give it you right at the start of the race, and we're not asked to see them. So it looks like generally this race could go any way at the moment, it seems. As the safety car sort of neutralised the midfield being race spread out before, like it was. Cass picking up another penalty. Let's move over to penalties. Who's got some penalties? So Ralphie squad, 24 seconds. So if that's track limits, that's 8 times he's gone outside track limits. 8 lots of penalties from track limits, that'll be. So he won't be too pleased with that, and hopefully he doesn't want to pick up any more. Well, that will be a DNF. Hands and the Mighty Williams. Oh, as he makes a slight move. Great defending from Flawless. Gonna ride on board now with Hands. Bit of action in the tunnel, which we don't mind. Hopefully it's all been fair racing and no damage. As we're admiring the paintwork of a Williams. As iRegal's picking up time on these two fighting out, he's getting very close to them, which Flawless will be happy about in terms of Alfa Romeo points haul. We're only 11 laps in at 39, so anything can still change. It's Uncanny Ant leaves the session, gets a DNF. Dirty Chewbacca picks up a 3-second penalty, so adding this to 11. So everyone has now had pit stops. RH Storm's been the most frequent, 3 stops. His Hands really putting Flawless now under a slight bit of pressure. As you can see, Flawless's teammate iRegal sat on the Williams's rear ring. As Flawless weaving slightly just to ease the toe. However, Hands nudges the wall. Will he have damage now? Looked to me like there was going to be a good move there. Sorry about that, guys. I love it when someone walks into the room. Very professional. As Cass goes into the pits and Hands picks up a slight bit more damage. Looks like iRegal really starting to capitalise on that now, getting very close to him. And I can smell like beans. Not important, I know, but I can smell beans. Looks like Dirty Chewbacca's died into the pits as well. I'm going to follow. I'm going to watch from the Williams of Hands. iRegal going for a move on the outside. Hands shuts the door on that. Cuts the corner slightly. Gives up the place. Sort by going a bit too deep, I think. But generally, I think that was him going the way I did cut the corner and stuff. Fair race, not like to see. Looks like Hands is going to have to go into the pits for the damage. Although it looks like he ain't got any. But I'm sure he does. He's hit the wall about 3 times. He does go into the pits now. Let's see for what tyre he goes for and if it's a clean stop. We don't get to see it. Ah, then we do. And he's serving a penalty by the looks of it. It's always good to serve it early enough. It. He's gone for a hard tyre again. Front wing change. His car's now lowered and he gets the green lights. And it looks like he's going to come out P9? Yeah, P9 is there. As you can see, the grid's starting to thin out a bit. And we're going to ride on board with R8 Storms and McLaren, challenging a mighty Williams of Meek. Both on medium tyres. Meek's tyres 2 laps younger though. R8 Storms suffering a little bit in the dirty hour, you think? Takes a nice line there, gains a bit of time off Meek in front of him. I believe some drivers are disconnecting, struggling to get back in. I'm sure R8 Storms and Meek wish they don't cut out right now as they're in a slight battle. R8 Storms tuning the Daniel Ricciardo now, being late on the brakes. Jarek Chadson picks up another 3-second penalty, that'll be for track limits. Cass sets the fastest lap of 1 minute 12.8 on the medium tyre. R8 Storms really going late on the brakes now. Can he make a move here? He's going to look to try and do it in the tunnel. Although he's lost a slight bit of time for that last corner. You kind of would hope eventually F1 puts the DRS straight in this tunnel. I'm sure that would make it more entertaining. But also more dangerous, so the FIA will probably say no. As I think this battle's sort of been a bit diffused by me commentating it. Commentator's curse, I think. Meek struggling for traction by the looks of it, and R8 Storms really late on the brakes, nearly touches the barrier with his rear tyre. Yeah, looks like our drivers are settling into the race now. Looks to be no worries. It's just thoughts just cross this mind not to watch this when it goes up on YouTube because I don't want to hear my awful voice. It's one of them things, just when you don't like your own voice. Anyway, aside from that, R8 Storms back in the less than 1 second gap. So if you can get around to the DRS detection zone, you will get DRS. Lost a slight bit of time, a bit close to the wall there. Loses a bit of traction, loses a bit of time to him. As Meek sort of shoots off in the distance now. And we're going to ride on board now with Cass, who's challenging Ross Wales into the tunnel. Ross taking sort of a middle-ish line. And he sort of touches the wall there with his rear tyre, hopefully no damage. Ross Wales looking to lose a bit of dirty air. And he's starting to lag slightly. Hopefully that is not my connection. We don't want this stream to stop. And we're losing viewers. That's not good. Ross loses a bit of traction. Cass gets by very easy on DRS straight with DRS closed by the looks of it. That may be just a game bug. Now we're going to try right on board with the Red Bull Dirty Chewbacca, who's putting Ralphie's squad under a bit of pressure. And as we know, Ralphie's squad does have quite a bit of penalties to add on to his time, which I can tell you is 22 seconds. So he has served some time, I believe. And he's about to stop. Cass also with a 3-second time penalty. So at the moment, Ross Wales 91 is sat in P6 theoretically, as Dirty Chewbacca touches the barrier slightly. Ralph's got going very deep into that corner. That's allowed Chewbacca to sort of compensate for that little. As RH Storms does get past Nambian Boy. Oh! And Dirty Chewbacca nearly loses it, and so does Ralphie's squad. Now going to the tunnel. Cars almost side by side. Dirty Chewbacca uses off, he's looking to send it down the inside. He gives it the no. He's looking to do a switcheroo. Ralphie's squad parking the car like a London bus through there. Very difficult for him. Touches the barrier again slightly. Easing on through there, you don't want to be doing that. Either that may be a wing thing or dirty Ralphie's squad taking a very tight line through there. Dirty Chewbacca gets the DRS. Ralphie's squad giving him the space to go around. That's what we like to see. Clean race. Oh, we get a little tap, and we have two cars, not in the barrier. Making contact though. That's definitely going to be looked at by the stewards, you would hope, in that incident. So it was a bit meaty. Again, Dirty Chewbacca just sort of touching the barrier, hopefully with his tyre, not his wheel ring. As Ralphie's squad definitely touching the barrier, and so is Dirty Chewbacca. And Dirty Chewbacca sort of giving, we'll call it a love tap. I'm sure that's not what it means. As Dirty Chewbacca is side by side now with Ralphie's squad, who's pushing him into the barrier. Dirty Chewbacca eases off. Ralphie's squad still managed to keep it. Dirty Chewbacca puts it into the barrier. Ralphie's squad definitely outside the track limits there. I would have thought. If not, that's very closely in. Ralphie's squad almost parked that car in the corner there. This is a very nice battle to watch. Very stressful if you're one of these two drivers right now, I think. We gained a viewer back, that's good. Ralphie's squad goes into the pits, probably for a wing change. He's going to come out probably P11, unless he serves time in his pit box, which he's not. So Drowsy Ball at the moment, P12. Ralphie's squad P11 in the Alpine. Dirty Chewbacca now up into P10. Red Bull. JRX Charlton in the Alpine, also in P9. Not also in P9, he is in P9. RIX Storms in McLaren P8. Ralphie squad 5-second penalty across the white line. And RIX Storms touches the barrier there. With Hans, the Mighty Williams gets past Ross as Ross goes in for another pit stop. You'd think for a front wing change, yes, because it's Monaco, and that is standard round here. When you get the green light, press your clutch. As Ross stalled it. No, he hasn't. No, he's disappeared. No, he hasn't. He's starting driving again. As we love the game bugs. Meek again challenging Flawless. Looks like iRegal's got past Flawless. We don't know whether it's let him past. I think we have a slight game bug with his revs. So I don't think. Oh no, the Williams is cracking out. So Cass is closing in now on P4. Very tight into Rascass. Can we just appreciate the graphics level of this game? I don't know if it's shown us on the stream, but Cass gets past Meek cleanly into turn 1 very well. Is now punishing the ERS. And it's still on. Hopefully Meek's realised it's on and will turn it off and not just use it all up and then kill it off and then use it all, kill it off, hopefully. However, I don't think he's clocked that. Unless that's just our error shown on this little screen that I'm looking at. Cass seems to have really good pace on these medium tyres. Oh, only 8 laps old versus Flawless 16 laps old on the hard tyre as well. We did save for a start new tyres around here. Oh, lovely. If used between the right window. I'm sure Flawless would love to be on some soft tyres right now. 22 laps gone, coming to 23 now. Very tight through Rascass there. Cass on Flawless, looking to line him up down the DRS straight. Does he get DRS? Yes, DRS wide open. Flawless seems to have the pace down the straights though. Cass looks for it on the exit of the corner. Flawless manages to pick up the pace. Going through Casino now. Will he try making a move on the outside? Now switching to the inside, touches the barrier slightly. Flawless making that car as wide as possible. Taking a page out of Fernando's book from Hungaroring. Both will widen on the curbs, just slightly more than what you wish to. As Meek starting to get interested in this move to get his P3 position back again. Meek is definitely closing in late on the brakes there for Meek. Inside track limits. Cass closing up the gap on Flawless again. Looking hopefully to do a move this time down the start finish straight. Flawless seems to be out of love with these hard tyres. Oh, slight bit of contact. From Cass into Flawless. Will that be the front wing change needed? DRS open now. Flawless weaving slightly as Dirty Chewbacca leaving the pits. Cass almost going up. And Flawless's arse. And now Meek is looking to get past Dirty Chewbacca, who is being blue flagged. He parks it on the exit. Slightly dangerously, but it's fine. No incident was caused. So we get back on board with Cass and Flawless, who both take a bit more curb. That'll just be probably tyre wear. I'm not expecting them to kick in, and Cass is looking to do it down the outside. Now he's switching to the inside, switches back out to the outside, switches back into the inside. Almost like a step over from football or something. I think Regal's doing Sergio Perez here with them hard tyres. As Flawless is doing his teammate a massive favour of helling them up, now 17 seconds behind them. There's a bit of contact again in Rascass. Cass really looking to try and get past Flawless here. He feels he has much more pace. Ross Wales picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Flawless really doing really well here, just to keep Cass behind. Quite cleaning as well. There's been a few little bumps from Cass, but I think that'll just be accidental for misjudgment. Now we clock over 90 minutes. That's gone quick. Cass this time not as close to Flawless, though he's gaining on him. He's gaining, but just not quick enough. Early on the brakes, which is sort of losing a bit of time. Alfie squad picks up another penalty for speeding in the pit lane. These tyres really starting to probably start graining. Looks to be tyres are starting to wear in, I think, for Cass. Oh, and he's had a slight nick on the barrier. We've all done that. As Meek sort of gain time on him, as Cass lose time, lost time to Flawless there. Who is, like I say, doing a treat for RIZE. 22 laps on the hard tyre, so his tyres are going to be probably aching. They're starting to grain him though by the looks of it, so he is definitely the Sergio Perez of looking after your tyres. We're now going to move. We're going to move on board with Hans as he goes past Ross. Ross sort of cuts the corner there. That looked to be a clean move, so hopefully that was. And we would have thought now that our front runners will start to pit on them hard tyres and probably go on soft tyres. Cass picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So yeah, Cass now got a 6-second time penalty. I would have thought that Alfa Romeo as a team are going to pit. There's Ross that's past Jazzy Brawler. Jazzy Brawler unlapping himself from Ross. Which is good to see. A bit of almost teamwork, but not teamwork because they're not in the same team. I don't know what the right word is for that. As Cass gets 1/10 away from Flawless, really trying to get past him now. Yet again, he tries going for the outside round Casino. It's always going to be a risky move. Flawless again doing very well to make that as wide as a London bus as we get a bit of contact from Cass, just misjudging it slightly again, which you hope won't cause him penalty points later by the stewards. As much as this is a bit continuous, it's genuine hardship, dirty air in Monaco, which I think is enough excuse. Definitely my excuse if I was the drivers involved. Meek's still sort of hanging on the back to Cass, which is good. He's still sort of in the pit window of them two, so Meek is definitely still in the running for a podium spot. And he is in DR range zone of Cass at the moment. Cass doesn't hit the barrier this time. Flawless, nicely cleanly flew. DRS wide open. Meek also the DRS sitting on him as Dirty Chewbacca, who is lapped on some new tyres. I can sit there. Cass this time a little bit not as close this time as he was to Infinite. Oh, Flawless makes a little mistake. Cass does well there not to run in the back of him. Doesn't want to send up the inside and take them both out. It's a good amount of points. Blue flags have been shown. That'll be on Ralphie's squad from Meek, unless Meek's let him past. Although it is an AI. Cass touching the barriers just a few times there. Again, losing a bit of time to Flawless, but he seems to have that pace in the braking zones. Cass does. Flawless, which is very good, as I'm sure the drivers will be going, why is there blue flags? Cass really getting tight to Flawless and set the free, really doing well. Oh, bit of contact there, that's got to be a front wing change surely, I would have thought. No, we get a yellow flag and set to free. Cass really tight Flawless's rear now, and that sounds a lot worse than what I just said. As we have a yellow flag and set to free. Jazzy Baller's gone in the pits, I believe. That may just be a slight instant. Jazzy Baller moves up P10. Dirty Chewbacca goes in pits as Cass sends it down the inside this time. Bit deep, I think a bit of contact as the lapped Ralphie squad and in AI is interfering now. Almost challenging Cass to P2. If I was Cass, I would just be letting this AI go. As much as dirty air, he's been a pain in its rear. literally. Cass just nudges the barrier once again. Meek now looking to get this move on flawless, taking himself into the podium spots. And you would have thought now these tyres for RIZE as well with 26 laps, and flawless is starting to scream out for a pit change. Flawless chooses not to go for the pits. Meek goes a little bit wide. Gazi Baller to pick up a 3-second penalty. And Nambian Boy goes round Meek on the outside cleanly, which is always good to see. Meek is not loving these medium tyres. I think they are needing a change to soft tyres if he has some new ones, hopefully. Ross Wales goes into the pits yet again for now his third stop, sorry. Storm goes past him on the outside. So does J.R.S. Richardson. So, not a great race for Ross, I think. He's just been sat in the midfield, generally. Points are better than no points, though. The Division 2 Haas F1 team won't be too disheartened about that. They'll be thanking him for popping in, filling their spot and getting them some points. We're going to flow on board Hans, who's looking to get past his teammate. Will they teammate switcheroo? Hans on much newer tyres than Meek. Great cars, Williams. As teammates, he does choose to let him pass. It does look like Hans has got the better pace on fresher tyres, which is going to happen. It could be the slower driver in the world, but if he's got newer tyres, he's going to be quicker than him, especially in Monaco. Nambian Boy looks to get past flawless. I must say it's quite good to watch. Battle for the podiums. Just got to be careful when you're in Hans' position here. Them two are clearly fighting for a position. You want to be in that position as well. You're sort of hoping and pray that they crash out. But you don't get touched by that, and you're able to pick up a podium spot there. Yeah, you're just sort of hoping. You want them two to fight, see who loses, and if there's a chance, go for it. Nambian Boy is really trying to push Flawless now. Flawless must be thinking now's the time to pit, surely. iRegal as well, looking to be the race winner so far with 23-second lead. As Nambian Boy slams himself into the pits, Hans shoots past. And that's the type of opportunity Hans is just waiting for, as he nearly goes into the back of Flawless. Flawless really struggling on this hard tyre. Definitely struggling with the fresher tyres that Hans has on the medium tyres. Really making it as wide as possible as he shoots down the inside. Oh, and he has to go to the emergency bit as Ralphie squad is in the barrier. Well, he was. I don't think he is anymore. Hans chooses the safer way of just waiting. And going into the sort of emergency, I don't know what the right word is, but he chooses the safe option, avoids the crash, which is always commendable. You know, it's cost him a couple of positions now. As I say, points are better than no points. Ross Wales goes in for another pit stop. Looks to go in for the soft tyre, possibly trying to think I'll go for the fastest lap. He's just sort of sat there at the moment, and he's driving. And now he's not. He's in the casino section. Well done, Ross. You can teleport. Ross now out of points. Oh no, he's back into the points. Sorry. As I say, I'm just trying to read what's on the left. And when EA and Codemasters make their mind up of who's winning and who's where, I'll let you know. Cass now in P2. Looks to got past Flawless. Flawless down P4 now. Seems to have missed a bit of action. Meek wanted a piece of that action as well. After his teammates sort of losing out to a podium position. Alfa Romeo still getting some decent points, P1 and P4. So still doing quite well for Division 2, I believe. So we have a yellow flag in Sector 2, and that's gone to a green flag now. Nambian Boy picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. You would have thought now these guys, or particularly Ralphie, scored a 30-second time penalty. The race director will only give you so many penalties. Meek looking to the back of Flawless now. Dirty Chewbacca goes into the pits. And that's going to give Drowsy Baller position as his teammate R8 Storms goes into the pits. However, he is a lap ahead of his teammate Drowsy Brawler, so it doesn't lose his position. Meek nearly going into the back of Flawless there. Again, our drivers are doing well to avoid things. We get a yellow flag in place where cars weren't going through, but oh well. Meek really trying to push Flawless now. 28 laps on them hard tyres. Flawless must be begging for this race to come to an end with some soft tyres. Which I'm surprised they have not gone for, as Meek touches the wall in the mighty Williams. His teammate Hans is getting close to him yet again. You would have thought Meek would think, I'll try to get past him, if not, I'm going to let my teammate get on him. As we saw before, Hans does have younger tyres. Looks to have a quicker pace. These Williams don't have to worry about the car behind them, as R8 Storms and McLaren is 22 seconds behind them. We'll go for a bit of a grid rundown here. iRegal still winning. 18 seconds now to his teammate. So it's come down slightly. But you would have thought his tyres going off a cliff as Meek lets his teammate Hans through. And you want me to change the camera type? Sorry. And Hans gets past Flawless almost on his first attempt. That is very good. Looks like now Hans is going to get into hammer time now, chase Nambian Boy down, see if he can get that final podium position. As we have another yellow flag. We're going to ride on board now with our race leader. I'd say winner, not yet. After just lapping Lost Wales. Go and look at his tyres. How do his tyres look? Look alright. 17 seconds now, and sort of losing time now. I would have thought that is the hard tyre going off a cliff. Though he seems to get a bit of time back. That may just be iRegal having maybe just a poor lap. Which we all have. I think I'm being pretty fair here. I'm trying to be as fair as possible. His hands now really put the hammer down, didn't he, down to Nambian Boy. Got that down to less than a second now. In the tunnel section. Really trying to push Nambian Boy into making a mistake. Don't forget there is penalties involved here. And so we have Nambian Boy with a 5-second penalty and Hans with a 6-second penalty, so you could say you could add a second on to Nambian Boy. And oh, as he locks up there and Hans goes through in the Williams, great move. Although it was a bit of luck. He's definitely got to get the hammer down now with his 5-second penalty, with his 6-second penalty, sorry. Ideally then he wants to be more than a second in front of Nambian Boy, who also has a 5-second penalty. As we have yellow flags, again sector 1 and 2, that's all cleared up And we're going to go on board now with Flawless, who's really struggling for pace here. No, we're not. We're going to go on board with Storm. Sorry. Miku's crashed out just when I was watching him and I switched off. Sorry. I think that may have been an instant with lapping cars. He's definitely got wing damage now. He's missing his end plate by the looks of it. In R8 Storms, we'll start to smell a bit of blood. Only 7 seconds behind him. 6 seconds now, 4 seconds. It's going to start. 6 seconds, sorry, still. Start to come down. So we have a bit of damage. We hope that's not Flawless, who hasn't got a wing anymore. Who is definitely now going to have to pit. As I believe that's Drowsy Brawler comes past. And lapping himself. So we would have thought. Oh, Meek DNFs! Oh no! Meek was doing so well for the Mighty Williams. And R8 Storms does move up. P6. And we'll probably move into P5. After Drowsy Brawler goes in, probably for a wing change as well, by the looks of it. So does Flawless here. So what tyres he opted for? He's gone for the medium tyre, that's interesting. Only 3 laps to go, sorry. As he gets held in the box a little bit by Drowsy, so he's got to lap him again. R8 Storms looks to have recovered his race slightly up into P5. His teammate not having the best of race compared to his previous race last night. And I should have not drank a whole pint of Pepsi because now I need to loo. Although you didn't hear that. And yeah, R8 Storms. Brakes are glowing. He's recovered his race a little bit. He's got his teammate behind him, but he's a lap down. His teammate is a lap down from him. Nambian Boy is trying to challenge for a podium position still. Although I think the penalties now, I think Hans has it covered by the looks of things. So that should all be good. I wouldn't be surprised if possibly we see Flawless, if we see maybe a pit stop by one of these guys, trying to get the fastest tyre. Drowsy moves up to P8 now, as Meek did DNF a couple laps previously. So that'll move everyone up. 1 spot to Chewbacca is now P9, theoretically. Lost Wales finishing off the points in P10 once he overtakes Meek, who has DNF'd. Dirty Chewbacca picks up a penalty, so does Cass. We are pretty much moving on now to our final lap. So I'm going to move over to iRegal 8. That's Cass. I'm going to move over to iRegal 8, who is starting the final lap now of the race. Lost Wales just behind him. He's been lapped, I think, a considerable amount now, because he's now 3 minutes. That'll be from pit stops more than I thought. And like I say, Monaco's a hard track to recover from. The Ralphie squad gets past Ross. Just behind our race leader as well, I believe. No, he doesn't. I don't know why it said he did move, because he hasn't. And there we go, Ross has picked the place up again. So I think that's just a slight game bug. That needs to be the new slogan for EA. EA, it's a game bug. Possibly. Anyway, the race leader now finishing off his final lap, bringing the car home. He's not too bothered about the car behind him. As Ross picks up P10 now. And the final point spots. As our race leader, iRegal, dominant performance from him. He's held him to his tyres for so long now. Ross taking it very wide that corner. And that is P15 Regal. Well done. And looks like Cass is trying to get that last P2 off Hans, but Hans and the mighty Williams. Not a Mr. Saturday fight for Hans, it's a Mr. Sunday. P2 with Williams, we can dream. Hans has made it reality in the virtual world. Cass finishing up the podium spots. With Nambian Boy crossing the line now. R8 Storms now finishing off P5. As long as he brings the car home now. 1 corner to go. There we go. And he's pretty much home. He's not going to bin it, you would have thought, unless his name's Nikita Mazepin. And I think he runs out of fuel on the line. Flawless, you had quite a considerable race in P2 for the majority of the race, and just couldn't hold on to his tyres, and then he had his rear wing gone in P6. Good racing though from Flawless overall, well done. Alex Charlton in the Alpine finishing P7. Jazzy Baller also finished now. And Ross now just the last one to cross the line, you would have thought. Ross, tough luck today, I think. Monaco, what do you expect? Moves up to P9 though after unserved penalties. Oh no, we're still racing. We're still racing for some reason. Ross wants to get past our Eagle. Doesn't realise there's AI. We have yellow flags, I think that's just the default. Are we on the final lap now? I think we're on the final lap for Ross and Ross only, because everyone else has been checkered flagged. As you can see. So we'll get... Oh no, we're on 38, 30... No we're not, we're on 39 now. Okay, Ross gets past Iregal there. If that was a racing move and Ross took P1 there, that would be a very good move indeed. So yeah, and I get an achievement for I like to watch. As we see the Haas pit crew's arses. Great. Drive the day goes to Iregal. So, great race for Alfa Romeo, another podium. Nice podium to see a Williams driver up there. I always like to see Williams up there. And then we have the champagne, which the race engineer doesn't have champagne for some reason now. Camera gets splattered with champagne, which tastes disgusting, in my opinion anyway. So, confirmation of them results is, once this black screen goes, so we have Iregal, Alfa Romeo P1, led from us, pretty much led from, I think, after the first safety car. Started P14 though, so good race for him. Hans started P3, finished P2, so not a bad race at all. Cass P8, finished P3. Ambient Boy P4, R8 Storms P5, Flawless P6, JX Charlton P7. I'm trying to get through these before time runs out. Ross Wales P8, and the Haas, Drowsy Baller P9, Dirty Chewbacca P10, Ralphie Squad P11, P12 goes to Meek, P13 goes to Elfin Starfish, P14 goes to Uncanny Ant, but I believe they're DNS anyway. Yes, they are. So overall, that is round 3 done of Monaco, and that will be on to Azerbaijan, or Azerbaijan, if you can't pronounce it right, but it's called to say like that. Overall, that was a good race. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the stream. Apologise for the Q1 palaver, and now I've got to remember how to stop the stream.